All right, good morning. Happy 3rd of July. I'm John, and for today's video, I wanted to play a little bit of Immaculate Grid. If you haven't played Immaculate Grid before, you probably have if you found this video, because it's my first video. I don't have any subscribers or any followers on Twitter or anything like that. But share my screen here, and basically what we're looking to do here, we go to immaculategrid.com, and what you just bring that up. It's similar like Wordle, where it's just through a web browser. And I showed an example here from a few days ago. You're just trying to like line up um, uh, players that meet the criteria above. So usually you have 4 or 5 teams, and then usually a category or two. So 100 RBI season was an example from a few days ago. I've seen Hall of Fame, MVP, Cy Young, that kind of thing too. And a few weeks ago, they actually added these little percentages in the top. That lets you know how unique your guesses are, which I was having a lot of fun with, because after you start to get the hang of it, you're just like, oh, okay, I want the next challenge. And the challenge for me was, how esoteric can my picks be? So like Pirates and Giants, for example. Barry Bonds, obvious pick. If you have a little recency bias, you might go with Andrew McCutchen, but I have many baseball cards, including with both of these teams, of Big Rick here, and so I picked him. And I'm a came of age as a baseball fan in the late '90s. I remember Darrell Hamilton being traded from the Giants to the Rockies in the 1998 season, I think, and so I knew he played for both teams, so I picked him there. And even a few weeks after that, I think this is just in the last week or so, Immaculate Grid added a uh, Rarity score, so you could actually see, your combined score, how good you were. So this was a good day. I got 14. I've gotten better than this before since, but I wanted to just do this live and see how I do here. I was partially inspired by a tweet I saw. There it is. Foolish Baseball. Follow him. He's great. He's got a lot of great videos, but um I thought this was pretty funny. And yeah, let's do it. I think it was inspired by the John Boy team. Again, also a fantastic channel to follow there. I'm gonna do it live just because I think it's more fun that way. And let's see how I do. So we've got Cardinals, White Sox, Orioles, Reds, and A's. So um, you can you can probably have some um the more famous the player, or just the more notable that player's accomplishment, the higher the percentage is going to be. And so if I'm going for a lower score here, um which, by the way, other people are making these videos, like this guy. I want to make sure I called him We Know Ball. He posts video almost every day of him doing this. So John Boy likes to do it. So the twist I'm doing is I'm just going for the low rarity score. So let's see how I do, since I haven't actually filled any out yet. Um, right off the bat, Superman in this game is one of the Supermen is Reggie Sanders. Reggie Sanders played for a bunch of teams. He played for like a new team every year in the late '90s and early aughts. That Reggie Sanders. So yeah, that's pretty good, 2%. Um, Ron Gant also would have worked, but might have actually been a little bit better. But he's a superhero in this game. Like, he kept going to teams, and not just like as a journeyman outfielder or something. He would go there, hit fourth or fifth, hit 30 home runs, refuse to elaborate, and join a new team the next season. And usually that team would be in the uh, deep in the postseason. I think he played like a couple, 2 or 3 pennant winning teams in that stretch of time. Very fun guy. All right, let's see here. A's and Cardinals. There's several people that you could do for this one. I'm gonna say Mark McGuire is gonna be like 60%. That's gonna be a pretty big pick. Um, Matt Holliday would work. He was actually played a half season for the A's before being traded over to the Cardinals. Um, Dennis Eckersley also. I think Dennis Eckersley will be a little bit higher. I'm going to go with Matt Holliday. I'm going to see how rare that was, because he was actually traded from Oakland to The Cardinals. I think that was the '09 season. Yep, two L's, John. 7%. That could have been better. I probably could have been creative. There's a lot of people who've played for both those teams. Um, let's see here. We've got Cardinals and Orioles. Um, fun fact: the Orioles used to be the St. Louis Browns, so both St. Louis teams there. Um, actually, with that in mind, I've got a pretty niche one. Let's see if this works. This will be interesting. So he never played for the Baltimore Orioles, but because the Baltimore Orioles were previously the St. Louis Browns, let's see if Rogers Hornsby works. I know he played for both teams. Yeah, 2%. That's pretty good. Let's see. Now we're thinking White Sox. Some good people here. I wonder how rare Jermaine Dye is going to be. He had a 40 homer season in 2006. He played a couple seasons in Oakland. That wasn't that rare. 13%. I probably could have gone a little bit better on that one. Um, right off the bat, White Sox, or not right off the bat, but just as I'm thinking about White Sox and Reds, I'm thinking Adam Dunn. 40 home runs a year for like 5 or 6 straight years in Cincinnati, and then he goes to Chicago and has the worst season I think by anybody ever. So that one stands out to me right off the bat, but I think that's going to be a high percentage. I don't think I want to do that one. Looking at some of these others, Orioles with 200 hits. Ooh, here's a good one. Yeah, Burrell like barely played for the White Sox. 4%. It's actually a little bit higher than I would have thought. Um, question is, do I go with that basic? Actually, here's a better pick than Adam Dunn. Not, and that he's less recent and also kind of an immaculate grid superhero. So someone I should definitely be advertising here, which is highly underrated player, Mike Cameron. Mike Cameron was traded from the White Sox to the Reds before the 1999 season. And then after the 1999 season, was flipped for a gentleman named Ken Griffey Jr. So he only played one season in Cincinnati. He got his start in Chicago, 0.7%. That's I'm a fan of that. Let's see here. A's with 200 hits. I can think of an A and an Oriole who had 200 hits for both teams. That's Miguel Tejada. So I'm wondering where I want to use that one. Let's see here. Looking for a Cincinnati Reds player with 200 hits. Um, I think I want to go. Here's an interesting one. Early 60s. Because like I think Pete Rose is gonna be a pretty popular one here, but let's go with this guy. Yeah, less than 1%. Early 60s. He was a champ. Borderline Hall of Famer, I think. Let's see. Now we've got Orioles and A's. Where do I go with Miguel Tejada? And then of course some other people. Well, thing is with the A's, you can go back a long ways. Of course, same thing with the Orioles. So for example, I think actually the all-time leader in hits before Ichiro was George Sisler, and he did it with the St. Louis Browns, who once again used to be the Baltimore Orioles. I'm going to select him, 2%. It's pretty good. And now I'm wondering how basic Miguel Tejada would be here, because I'm very sure Tejada had over 200 hits that MVP season, 2002. I think he also did it in '04 with the Orioles. Anyone less basic? Probably nobody in Kansas City. That was my dad's favorite team, was the Kansas City A's, but they were really bad. So probably no one there. Most of the A's great hitters in the '70s when they were winning world championships were not guys getting 200 hits, I don't think. They were like guys hitting, 30, 40 home runs like Reggie Jackson. So if I'm thinking of the '30s, Here's a good one. Let's try Philadelphia Athletic legend Al Simmons. 5%. All right, so rarity score of 37 there. That's pretty good. Um, I not as low as my other one, but I think this is a lot of fun. I'll keep making these videos. If nobody watches, that's okay. I'm playing anyway, so hope hope you had fun, and let me know in the comments if anyone even watches this, if you beat my 37 there. All right, have a great day.